Hey, hi again. Today I'm going to try and display to you the heads-up feature of my Mini Cooper SD Clubman. Alright then, so here we go. The engines are switched off. All my buttons are switched off. It's in park. Basically, the car's not moving. Here's my dash. Pretty boring. Not sure what that is. I'm sure I'll find it out. And then we have this. A mysterious little pop-up place right in front of the steering wheel. And I wonder what that does, eh? Right. Let's switch the engine on, shall we? What's happening? Oh, look at that. There is my head-up display on my hood, or my heads-up display, whatever you wish to call it. It's a bit of greyish, thick, plastic-looking, fairly see-through, transparent material thing. Right then, let's go for a drive. I have positioned my camera the best I can, closest to the hood, so it's kind of in the perspective of what you actually see in the hood. Let's try. Let's start the engine now. And you've got "Hello Mini." The little Mini logo comes on, and right now it's telling me it's a 30 mile an hour road zone, whatever, and the speed is 0 miles an hour for me, for the car. So we are now going to program a destination through our sat nav. It just happens to be the Mercedes garage, which is not very far from here, but it's got nice roads that we can go through. But it is just a short demonstration of how we start the guidance.
Please follow the arrow on the display.
And this is what you see.
Turn left.
This is exactly what you see on the hood. This is not, and I repeat, this is not the windscreen. The driver's perspective is not this. We actually see the road, the trees, people around, everything. This is just what you guys are seeing, is what is projected on the hood. Alright then, let's go for a drive. Let's see what the lady says. Let's call her Sally, shall we? So Sally's asking me to go somewhere, so I shall follow Sally. Here we go. Sorry if the camera is shaking, but this is the best I could do without actually, like putting it straight in front of me, and I can't quite see anything. This is at the side of my windscreen. And yeah, I mean, I personally think this is the best angle. I've tried quite a few. Nothing quite comes out. Now, also as a matter of a point,
leave the roundabout at the second exit into Serpentine Green, and then leave the roundabout at the second exit.
yeah, like I was saying, it might look a bit blurry, or
please leave the roundabout at the second exit onto Forkers Way.
Sally wants to tell you stuff. She tells you stuff. So it might look a bit blurry, or slightly not very sharp, the image, but it is very, very, very sharp, the image. The image can be adjusted.
Now turn left onto Forkers Way.
It could be adjusted with regard to the height. So if you're a tall dude, you need the things raised, the numbers.
Please leave the roundabout at the second exit onto Clubway.
Right, it's probably a lot of shaky cam going on, so I'm going to stop. I'm just going to park somewhere and then, or actually, I'm just going to go back where I started. So, yeah, this is just a brief demonstration of how the sat-nav is.
Please leave the roundabout at the fifth exit.
Sat-nav is telling you where to go, and it's telling you the exact exits you need to take in the roundabout and things like that.
Exit into Forkers Way.
So I'm going to make Sally super mad by just going at random places, whereas she actually wants me to take me somewhere. So I'm just going to go left and just go around the roundabout. I know, she will try it.
Please leave the roundabout.
Yes.
Exit onto A15.
Yeah, so like I was saying, these things are, I mean, if you really want it, you should get it, of course, but if you don't want
Now
it,
turn left.
you should just at least give it a try, because
Please leave the roundabout at the fourth exit onto A15.
because the way these things work is it's before it was
Please leave the roundabout at the third exit into
it's difficult. Initially, when I first was driving the car, I was thinking it's going to be more of a hindrance or a distraction, because you're looking at somewhere else other than the road, but you're actually not. It kind of works on the peripheral vision of you.
Please leave the roundabout at the fourth exit onto Serpentine Green and then leave the roundabout at the second exit.
So basically, like I was saying,
Please make a U-turn if possible.
okay, Sally, we get it.
Please make a
You're
U-turn if
unhappy.
possible and then leave the roundabout.
I'm just
at
going
the
to go
second
into this
exit.
car park. Right, so I've just pulled in, and I could have accepted the call by just pressing the call button on the steering wheel or decline the call. There is a button again on the steering wheel which will take you to the entertainment section. It's again reflected on the hood. If you have a few radio stations saved, or even if you are playing off the Bluetooth from your phone, it just shows you your playlist. So if I just go ahead and press the button, it just says okay. So if I do that, it tells me all my radio stations that I've got saved in the playlist. And there we go. And there are up arrows and down arrows that we can use to maybe turn them on. And here we go. Some classical music for you. And so you go. Here is the hood. I think I've covered most of the functionalities that it does. I am sure the motorheads would find something else that it can do, some other magic button that you press and it takes you to Mars or something. But other than that, most of the normal functions, it is quite a nifty feature. You have your sat-nav projections, you've got your entertainment, and you can even see the phone call when it's coming. So you don't actually have to look down to see who's calling you, because his name's going to just get displayed on the hood. So if you don't wish to speak to him or her, just decline. Yeah, I mean, this is quite a good feature. In fact, I think it's one of the best features for modern cars. I think most cars should have some of these heads-up display. The first time I drove a car with heads-up display was a BMW 335D. It was the X-Drive, and as it was a BMW, it was actually built in. The hood was on the windscreen itself. There was nothing that will pop up or anything. As soon as you turn the car on, the hood gets displayed, well, the heads-up display gets displayed in front of you on the windscreen. Again, from the perspective of the driver only. I mean, trust me, I've been to various sides of the passenger seat, behind the driver's seat, all sorts of places, and realistically you can't really see much of it unless you were sitting right in front of the steering wheel, which is again quite interesting because there is no like backseat driving, I guess, someone telling you off if you're speeding or, you know, whatever. So yeah, I mean, but obviously that being BMW, it was an expensive option to have a windscreen like that because it was it is a special windscreen. It's not just an ordinary thing. It is a special one modified to have a heads-up display. But again, with this Mini, it is optional. You may wish to tick it off, though I don't see why you should. Yes, it is optional. Obviously, I have gone for that option. I do believe you can have a similar heads-up display fitted or retrofitted to your old cars, but I think it kind of works with your smartphone and it's got cables and stuff, so you've got to actually have it fitted in an approved Mini Centre or something. It costs roughly about £435, I believe, or that's what Mini website says anyway. It is not this, I mean, don't get me wrong, this is a built-in feature. It comes with the car. You can't have this in a you know, an older model of Mini, but like I said, you can have something similar, like a heads-up display, you know, like a mechanism retrofitted back in your car, but that would have to be done in a center. It's not something that well, I don't assume it's not something that you can do it yourself. I certainly can't do it. Yeah, so that's it. The hood or the heads-up display it's a brilliant feature. There is one final thing I need to show you guys. So I'm just going to take the camera out, and there is an option on the control panels where if you press that, the hood or the heads-up display, oh sorry, I pressed it twice, I'm going to press it again once, it will just go down. So effectively, if you wish to drive the ordinary way, the normal way, when the car is on and everything, you may wish to turn that option off. Oh, again, I don't see why you should, but yeah, I mean, you know, really, it is a safety feature as well, so hey ho, why shouldn't we have it? Yeah, so you can just turn it off if you wish, but ordinarily how it happens is that it automatically turns on as soon as the car is switched on, and if you switch your car off, it slots back into its sleeping base. Okay then, so I think I've covered most of everything on the hood. If you guys have any question, do let me know, and yeah, I will try and answer you back. Thank you very much for watching this video, and I really appreciate your time. Watch out for more coming, because I think I've got loads more to cover, because I'm kind of learning with you guys. There are so many features for this car, so much going on. I'd rather know myself. So yeah, it's going to be a learning experience for me too. So anyways, thanks a lot, thanks for watching, do subscribe and come back soon for my next video. Bye for now.